You may be thinking, how do creators make your Reels ads better? Well, start by taking a look at our auction. We know that 50% of auction outcomes are driven by creative quality. And we also know one of the best ways to improve creative quality is to increase your creative diversity. Creators are one of the best ways to do just this, helping brands tap into culture to communicate in new ways and with authenticity. And this is why at Meta, we are committed to the creator ecosystem and have paid content creators more than $2 billion in the last year alone. I'm thrilled that we can share our guide with creator marketing with all of you today. So we'll cover 4 topics today. First, we'll discuss how you can redefine and reimagine the role of creators for your brand. Second, we'll hear from an expert panel, including Meta business partner Popular Pays, Hyundai, and 2 creators. Third, we'll talk about approaches for the co-creation process. And finally, fourth, we'll hit on how to scale performance through creator optimizations for the platform. Now, as I've done with past webinars, I want you to listen for 3 key points today. The first point, creators are masters of the Meta platform, and you can tap into that mastery for your brand. Point number 2, partnering with diverse creators helps audiences find you, and it helps you reach new audiences. And finally, point number 3, using a creator's voice along with partnership ads and Reels is one of the most effective ways to run creator content on Meta. Keep an eye out for these important points during the session. And if you have questions for the Meta creator and product experts on the line, please ask them in the Q&A tool as we'll be answering them live throughout the webinar. Now I'll pass it over to Jasmine to talk about redefining the role of creators in your brand strategy. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Carlos. Hi, I'm Jasmine, a creator for business lead on the Instagram business marketing team. And my role is specifically focused on how advertisers can unlock business growth by collaborating with creators. Like Carlos just mentioned, creators are powerhouses and they're more relevant than ever. They are trusted advisors because they have a point of view that people want to hear, and they create content that is relatable, engaging, and inspiring. And we know they're audience experts. Creators are masters of what their community wants, constantly testing, iterating, and asking exactly what their audience will enjoy. And lastly, my favorite, they're multi-talented. As we see technology develop, we see new skill sets emerge, from communicating strong personalities to advanced technical and creative skills across every topic. Keep in mind, I'm not saying influencers, but instead I'm saying creators. Creators are craftsmen of this digital language who are extremely well versed in the tricks, memes, and devices that have proven effective on our platform. And they're more than just faces on a camera. Think of the creators who are off camera, like video editors, graphic designers, and filmmakers. They can also put an entirely new lens on your brand. And of course, why we're all here today, creators are fluent in the language of Reels. This presents an exciting opportunity for brands, because when they build creative that feels at home in Reels, they can drive better results for you. In fact, campaigns that include ads with Reels Creative Essentials, which essentially means built in 9:16 video with audio and key messages in the safe zone, those campaigns get 2 times higher delivery to the Reels placement. That's 101%. So we know there's a ton of value in building creative with Creative Essentials, and creators can help you do this. But we do often hear from clients, I would love to build that creative, but I need to prioritize which formats I'm building for. I have limited resources. Good news. We found that prioritizing 9:16 video is an important part of a minimum creative asset mix. We see that ad sets that include at least an image that's 1:1 or 4:5 aspect ratio, a video that's also 1:1 or 4:5 aspect ratio, and a vertical video with audio, 9:16 aspect ratio, has a 7.3% lower CPA than any ad set that did not include one or more of those creative assets. So look, it's clear that performance skyrockets when you create native platform assets, but who does this best? No other than creators. And creators on Meta resonate across all generations. According to an eMarketer study from last year, Meta has not only just breadth, but depth when it comes to multiple age cohorts. We see greater penetration among these generations than our competitors, who are each dominated by one of these groups. That means we reach every generation and at scale. We reach the boomers, Generation X, millennials like myself, Gen Z, and the parents of Generation Alpha, also like myself, with all the help of creators. And as creators continue to become a more sophisticated and captive audience lever, the creator marketing discipline has graduated from an add-on to having a seat at the top marketing tables. We saw the first creator track launch at Cannes Lions this year. And major agencies are acquiring creator marketing skill sets, and they're building them directly into their businesses. And according to Goldman Sachs, the total addressable market of the creator economy could roughly double in size over the next 5 years to $480 billion by 2027. The way that brands are working with creators also continues to evolve from an add-on to an always-on. Brands are finding the most value in the most successful partnerships when they shift from thinking about creators as just a one-off play, but to working together with creators longer term, especially creators who have a true affinity for their brand. They're moving from single images to multi-format and placements, and that lets creators express themselves in their own way and deliver results for businesses. And lastly, creators can deliver meaningful business results from awareness all the way through to sales, and we're utilizing more sophisticated methods to measure that impact. People love creators on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, love them. And they spend their time and money with creators, and they inspire people all the time, from discovery to purchase, all the way down to business results. And according to Tubular data, 2 trillion minutes, yes, 2 trillion, was spent with creator content on Meta Technologies last year alone. 71% of consumers make a purchase within a couple of multiple days of seeing creator content on Meta, and 64% would consider switching brands when a product is promoted by a creator they follow. And when you have multiple creators tell a story, you provide multiple means of connecting a message to a consumer. One of the benefits of creators is that they can take your brand voice and translate it authentically to different subcultures in a way a singular brand just cannot do. So, building on these 3 points that Carlos said earlier, creators are a seamless fit into the cultural zeitgeist of Reels, and there are multiple ways we are bringing the two closer together for brands to leverage in your campaigns. First, get started by sharing the Reels creative essentials I just walked through. Including audio and safe zone considerations with creators, you can ensure creative is ready to be integrated into your paid campaigns. Next, add partnership ads to your BAU Reels campaign. Adding partnership ads to your business as usual Reels campaigns has proven to be the most performant way to run creator content on our platforms. Matter of fact, adding partnership ads to business as usual ads delivers 18% lower cost per click, 25% higher click-through rate, 22% higher through play rate, and 21% higher video play rate. And lastly, leverage your organic branded content. We have tools now, such as the Creator Content Recommender, that can be used to identify organic branded content reels that can easily be boosted into high-performing campaigns. I'll take a breath there. I know that was a lot. So if you have any questions at all about any of what we just went over, please feel free to add them to the Q&A tool. And with that, back over to you, Carlos.
All right. Thanks so much, Jasmine. Really appreciate that. I am back, and I have the pleasure to be able to host our all-star panel today. These 4 women are experts in the creator marketing space. I've already learned so much about the role that Reels plays in creator marketing just by spending time with them. First off, we have Erin Jensen, who leads the partnerships team at Popular Pays. Secondly, Karen Rom, who is the VP of Social Strategy and Content at Canvas Worldwide, representing Hyundai. Finally, we have not one, but 2 of Hyundai's creators, Sadie Newman and Nezrin Danan. And what I love most about this group is that it represents the creator marketing landscape from end to end, from brand to partners, all the way through to creators. So let's dig in. Popular Pays is one of Meta's key business partners, helping to accelerate creator marketing across Reels and all of our channels. Now, as brands think about their 2025 creator strategies, Should they be leaning on existing agency partners? Should they be sourcing meta business partners, or should they be doing both?
So in 2025, brands should definitely be adopting a hybrid creator strategy and leverage both existing agency partners and meta business partners. Agencies will always bring a deeper understanding of the brand's long-term goals and creative vision. However, meta business partners like Popular Pays offer platform-specific expertise, particularly with tools like Reels and just overall creator marketing. This winning combination allows brands to create innovative campaigns that not only align with their broader marketing objectives, but also allow to maximize platform capabilities. One more thing I just wanted to point out is that according to Influencer Marketing Hub, this space is projected to reach 24 billion by the end of 2024, and 60% of marketers are planning to increase their budgets. So the role of influencers and creators is more crucial than ever. As campaigns scale across these platforms, partnering with experts like Meta Business Partners ensures brands achieve both cost and time efficiencies. And I cannot stress this next point enough, but work with the right creators that allows to optimize performance. Relying on experienced partners in both camps, brands can then focus on strategic objectives, but also ensure that their influencer campaigns are not only executed with precision, but also impact.
That's great. I love that response. So as we're thinking about 2025, hybrid is the way to go. It'll help us capitalize on the growth in this space and really help us zero in on making sure we pick the right creators for our business. Karen, since you're representing the brand POV today, I wanted to come to you next to build on Erin's response. So how are you thinking about prioritizing creators as we enter 2025, and what kind of business impact do you expect to see?
Yeah, it's a great question. And truly at this point, creators are just part of our toolkit and our formula for success. We actually call the combination, similar to what you said earlier, our peanut butter and jelly. And for Hyundai, that combination is tried and true, and of course, also very tested. We recently ran a multi-cell test. One cell had just social assets, and one cell had our social assets and our creator assets. The results were absolutely incredible. With 59% less spend, the cell that included creators actually received 17% more impressions, higher CTRs, and a more efficient CPV. We also saw brand lift in awareness of 8 points compared to not even reaching statistically significant results in the other cell. So yeah, it really works for us, and we're going to continue with it.
I love that. I love that. So the PB and J theme should be the theme for today. Creators and Reels going together. But I love that example of increasing impressions and delivery through this content, and also having it drive the business results as well. So naturally, I have to come to our creator panelists next to get their POV on the discussion so far. How far in advance should brands be bringing you guys into the equation so you could do the best work possible on their behalf? So Sadie, I'd love to start with you, but then Nesrin, I'd love for you to weigh on this as well.
Yes, hi. I think that it really depends on the scale of the job and your relationship with the brand. Like, for example, with Hyundai, me and Nesrin are very familiar with them. Like, we've worked together for a while now, and we all are on the same page and we understand each other. We are the peanut butter and the jelly. So we really understand what's being asked of us. And I feel like we turn out content in 2-3 days because we just know what's needed of us. But ideally, for me personally, I think 2 weeks is a sweet spot to be able to schedule when you need to film and make sure there's enough time for notes and adjustments and if anything needs to be changed. So I feel like 2 weeks is a sweet spot for me because I like to have it fresh in my head and then be able to do it, but also have time so it's not rushed.
I love that. Nesrin, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say, going off of Sadie's point, I think 2 to 3 weeks is great. Kind of depends on the time of year though, because also we do work with other brands and we have a lot of stuff going on. So being able to schedule time to not only ideate whatever concept we're doing for the deliverables, but also film that, put it out, have time to send it to the brand. If they want edits, they can send it back to us. So I usually like to say 3 weeks before they're trying to get deliverables up. But kind of depends. I would say the sooner the better. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. I mean, in general, either 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I mean, that's just unbelievably fast. I started my career making television ads years ago and just, I mean, we were talking months and months and months of production development timeline. So the fact that you can develop effective work that quickly is just really special. So I think that's just something great about creators overall. Erin, I'm going to come back to you for this one, and I want to get really tactical and financial here. We've gotten a lot of questions around this space. So as brands build out their creator plans, how should they be thinking about budgeting for creator marketing in 2025?
So how we're advising brands is that they should be looking at a bunch of different factors. So a few to focus on are, it's creator marketing that also aligns with their broader marketing goals. So a few things, like the first is to consider the campaign scale. So does a brand want to work with just a handful of high impact macro creators, or is it a broader network of micro, nano influencers? It's also important when allocating budgets to look at platform performance, audience reach, and the various content types. So are we looking at long form or shorter form formats like Reels? Flexibility is also crucial, with a portion of budgets that should always be reserved for experimenting with new tools, formats, and creator partnerships, because we know all too well what works today might not work tomorrow. Brands should also account for amplification costs. Organic reach is so important, but we know it doesn't just get the job done alone. Paid media is also necessary to maximize content visibility. Finally, creator marketing should be viewed as more of a long-term investment, as Sadie and Nesrin pointed to. So as a brand, if you have not started testing, you need to be doing this and starting to build ongoing relationships with creators for more of an authentic engagement. So by, budgeting for this sustained collaboration, brands can drive both immediate results and long-term brand equity, ensuring each dollar will always contribute to lasting value.
Got it. That's really, really helpful. I want to just cover a couple of things that stood out with me in that response. So the scale of the campaign will be a driver in terms of just determining your financial funding for this. I love the point on flexibility. I think that's so smart, and having that that set aside budget to the side. We've seen some of our partners do that really successfully. It allows them to be much more agile and take advantage of things that are happening in the moment. I love that you hit on paid and organic. You have to think about those two together and what the total impact is. And agree, start testing now. If you're not in the game, get in the game. Now's the time to figure this out, because this is going to be a long-term lasting strategy for every brand, and now is the time to learn it. So thank you for that wonderful and very thorough response. The name of this webinar is Reels Unlocked, so it would just be weird if I didn't ask a question about Reels specifically. So I'm going to come to our creators for this one. And Nesrin, I want to start with you this time. In your view, what is the role of Instagram and Facebook Reels in the creator marketing ecosystem?
Yeah, I'm a professional photographer in my non-content creator life. And so I do think Reels are a really interesting tool. And I love how brands and creators and like the video, ecosystem has evolved over the past couple of years. I think it's a really interactive and dynamic way, especially when you're talking about products or a service. You can get into so much more detail and just be like a little more, I don't know, connected with your audience when for example, when we're working with Hyundai, we make videos about the cars, but we can show all of these features. We can show ourselves driving them. It's just a lot more personal. It's like more of a connection. And I feel like that's why it does so well, because it's kind of more than you could convey in like a carousel post or maybe a long caption that people aren't reading. I think video is a way to just like really push out whatever you're trying to show.
I love that. That's great. Sadie, I want to hear your same point of view on this as well. What do you think that role of Instagram and Facebook Reels are for creator marketing?
I mean, I think it's just allowed brands to access so many different types of people in so many different places. So like the content is never going to be stale or boring, or like I feel like it allows it to be fresh, because you can do it anywhere. That's my favorite part about it, is that it can be so flexible. And I found I come from a modeling background, so I never had any involvement in anything to do with anything I was creating. I was just kind of like, the chess piece. And it's been really special to be able to communicate with people that like want to know about what you are working on, like especially with Hyundai. I feel like I get so many messages about like the car and like how was your personal experience and would you recommend it and like what was your favorite thing, and I've never got to have that experience before, so I think it really brings it to a much more personable level, and that to me has been really special and like engaging and just like rewarding at the end of the day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love how you both said personal, right? We talk a lot about how creators help brands not only communicate in new and different ways, but also in ways that are more authentic. And I think this idea of Reels being a space that's really personal, really flexible, hearing from your perspective that you can deliver that for the brands that you represent, makes me feel really good, because I do think that's something that brands need to really lean into. I also love the part in the responses about reaching different types of people. And that goes back to something that I said in the opening around one way to improve your auction outcomes is to reach new and diverse audiences. And I do really believe that the work that you guys do as creators really helps brands do that and achieve that. So thank you both for your thoughts on that. Karen, I'm going to come back to you for this next one. So getting started in creator marketing feels daunting. I've had a lot of our partners say that to me. So I want you to go back in time and think about when you first started in this space. So if Karen from today, who's currently an expert in this space, if you could go back and talk to yourself from when you were a noob in creator marketing, what would Karen from today tell Karen from several years back?
I mean, the biggest piece of advice is don't worry so much. And don't just go for creators because of their popularity, but rather who actually makes sense for your brand. There are creators I love and follow that would actually never make sense for the brand, and that's okay. But it is important to try new ways to connect with your brand and consumer, and creators really make that possible. Piggybacking off of what Sadie just said, we do get a lot of comments from the consumer, and something I never would have thought we would do is actually lean into those comments. We've done follow-up posts, having Sadie and Nesrin answer those questions to find even a bigger way to connect, a bigger way to make sense to the brand and connect the consumer. And honestly, working with Meta, and I'm not just saying that because I'm here with you guys right now, makes it so easy. There are programs to help jumpstart brands on their creator path. And I'd also recommend working with an agency like Pop Pays. They truly are experts in the space, and they know how to ease all of the many hurdles that might be daunting to some noobs or people that are newer to the space. And beyond all of that, the best advice I can give is that with Meta and Pop Pays by your side, it never hurts to try.
Never hurts to try. I love it. Don't worry. I think I agree with you. People can sometimes feel apprehensive and don't dive into the spaces as much as possible. But I love what you said. Have fun. Get out there. Get in the game. Just try. And I think what you said around brand alignment was so important, right? The popularity is one thing, right? And it is a factor to consider, but much more importantly is making sure that the creator that you do select or creators align with your brand and your brand value, and really, really leaning into that. I think that's really helpful advice. I wish somebody had told me that a few years back as well, but I'm glad that you shared that with our audience today. And thank you for the Meta shout out. I do very much appreciate that. So our final question, I'm going to go around the horn on this one. And the question I get asked in almost every meeting that I go to these days is who's doing it well? So I want to know from each of you, who's doing it well in the creator marketing space? What's your favorite example? Why do you think it's great? And just tell us why you love it and what we can learn from it. So we'll go one by one. Let's go Erin first, followed by Karen, then Sadie, and then Nesrin. You could close us out. So Erin, you are up. Your favorite example.
So, gosh, favorite example is probably Duolingo is doing a great job. Love what they're doing in terms of their content. Definitely go check it out. They've basically created this like cult following. Yes, go check it out. Besides Hyundai is obviously crushing it.
Yes, yeah, I should have said that. Sorry, no, Hyundai is not eligible in this response since all four of you touched the brand. Yeah, someone
I did
other
have to
than,
call
than,
them out.
than Hyundai. I love it. So Duolingo, what stood out to you? What makes them resonate?
It's really not about the actual product, what they're doing. It's so organic in terms of they're just getting excitement around the brand, the buzz. It's very authentic to its audience, and it's basically not pushing the product onto its audience. And again, that's leaving the creativity back to the creators and really letting them run with it instead of this very orchestrated idea or creative concept. And as Karen alluded to, it's having fun. When you see a brand having fun with it, the audience has fun consuming it.
Have fun. Have fun. I love that. That is the right attitude, and marketing should be fun. We have fun jobs. Let's take advantage of that. Karen, you're next.
I don't know if this is the best example, but it certainly is the most recent example. There is a candy called Silky Gems, and they have a creator who's a comedian, and she came on and she said that eating this candy cured all of her ancestral trauma, that it made her feel, eating it made her know what it's like to be best friends with Beyonce. And literally before the ad was over, I bought the candy. I was like, I need to know what it's like to have all these things happen through a bite of food. So it made me act within literally before the ad was even over, which is very rare and very special.
Oh, so what's it like being best friends with Beyonce?
I actually don't like the candy that much.
You don't like the candy? Okay.
I'm so sorry. Everyone should still try it. Different strokes, different folks.
But one thing that you said I really liked is the comedy piece. And I think within the creator space, that's often an area that's overlooked. We have one example that we'll share later on in the presentation that Sally's going to share from Dr. Squatch, where they worked with comedy creators and saw some really amazing impact. So I like that you pointed that out as a kind of a subcategory of the creator marketing space.
But still try the candy. I don't need to.
I love all candy, so I'm not too picky. Okay, next, Sadie.
My favorite creator is this woman named Danielle Kopperman. It's actually where I got my inspiration for my wedding dress. She just does very short, chic reels that get the point across immediately, and it's all like cheap chic outfits, and she just looks incredible, and it's like so easy just to like every day go on it and quickly be like, oh, I'm just gonna put this and this together, and then you're dressed. So she's my favorite person to follow for reels.
Love it. You say Danielle Kopperman? Did I get that right?
Her name's Danielle Kopperman. You'll see. I mean, she's just like so chic, and I love that it's also like I like her personality also just seems so lovely when it comes through. So I think it's a nice way to like combine both.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Nesrin, close us out.
Yeah, I feel like it's so hard to think of my fave. I follow so many creators, people I'm really good friends with. I think one of the people that I think is doing reels really well right now is my friend Emma Arletta. She is a plus size fashion lifestyle creator. And I don't know what it is, but I always find myself watching all of her reels, like beginning to end. And I feel like it's very hard for me to keep my attention on something that long. So she's doing something right. And she kills it, especially with all of her brand partnership stuff. It's all so organic and authentic to her and really like speaks to her audience. Like people are always commenting, like really engaging in a conversation. So I think she's killing it.
This is such a nice range. So we have Emma Arletta, we have Danielle Kopperman, we have Silky Gems and Duolingo. So we've covered candy, we've covered weddings, comedy, fashion. I mean, just this is, we talked a lot about diversity and range and creative that creators bring. And I think you guys really nailed it with that range of respondents and answers there. So thank you all for that. Really appreciate the discussion. You guys make me smarter every time I get to hang out with you. Thank you for sharing this insight with our audience today. I'm going to pass it now back to Paulina and Simone to talk about co-creation. They're going to cover the discovery, production, and briefing process. Over to you, Paulina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paulina Rios, creative strategist at Meta's Creative Shop. Today, we'll share some recommendations and inspiration on how to make your creator assets achieve creative excellence on Reels and improve their performance. We'll explore ways to enhance your existing creator content and strategically grow your audience with new creator campaigns. And let's start by discussing the creator content you may already have and can activate immediately. Many of you are already partnering with creators for organic content, right? Well, you can begin experimenting with these organic assets to build, test, and learn about creator paid assets. Here's a checklist to help you identify the organic creator videos from your existing collection that show signs of strong performance as paid ads. Videos with high engagement or content that's becoming viral are great candidates for repurposing as paid ads. Videos where the creator clearly shows the product, use case, and their motivator for endorsing the product can be transformed into paid assets, as their narrative structure has the details we need for driving performance. Creator organic videos that add diverse representation to your paid narrative can help grow and serve your audience in a meaningful way. And creator content that reinforces your current campaign message can be included in your paid assets to fight creative fatigue and improve visual diversification. Once you've selected a few creators' organic assets, and as you review them, they may not look like ads at all, right? So they may not have a clear branding or a messaging or even a call to action. Don't worry, we can guide you through reworking these assets by adding key elements to unleash the full business potential of creator content on Reels. So first, let's verify that these organic assets comply with the 3 Reels creative essentials. If they don't, you can work on them easily using the Reels editing tools. 1, assets must be built in a 9:16 aspect ratio, filling the full vertical screen of your phone. 2, these assets must have audio. It can be music, voiceover, or other effects. Make sure that you have the rights for paid, and if you don't own them, you can swap out music from our Meta Sound collection, which is an all royalty-free sound library available for you at no cost. 3, all important visual elements such as product shots, logo, and key messages must appear inside the Reels safe zone, which is the upper central area of the vertical screen that is never covered by the Reels user interface. And in a couple of slides, I'll remind you where it is located exactly. You can also add creative elements to enhance performance. Use text overlays to add a strong hook in the first second of the video and reinforce the message with voiceover. Play with the rest of the Reels lo-fi editing tools, such as filters, effects, and transitions, to reinforce the natural fit of your ad in the platform. Scan this QR code to download our guide for creating high-performing Reels and learn more. Next, let's talk about building new creator campaigns and selecting new creators. We know we have multiple types of creators that can connect us to wide different ranges of audiences and communities. And the selection process for choosing the right partners can get a bit overwhelming. But we can make it fun playing with Meta AI. So we call this game Prompt Whispering. It focuses on prompting Meta AI to help you expand into different categories, discover new creators in those categories, and even surface Reels for inspirations, so you can then write your creator brief. In this prompt whispering exercise, you are the expert. The more you bring your knowledge and creative instincts to the process, the more Meta AI will give back. So how do we get started? Well, if you feel like, you can try this now and follow along. You'll just need to grab your phone and open Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp and start a chat with Meta AI. On Instagram, it would look like this, opening your DMs to create a new message with Meta AI, so you can add your prompt there. In this example, as I'm working with a skincare brand creator strategy, I asked Meta AI to surface top creators in the self-care space to see what kind of content they're sharing and what they're talking about. And I was surprised to find a lot of content focused on nutrition. This topic could be an interesting adjacent category for my product, as skincare and nutrition live together in the same wellness semantic field. Working with creators focused on nutrition could open the doors for reaching a new audience also interested in self-care, and it can also help me diversify the message of a skincare brand. Then I added another prompt to learn more about those adjacent categories that could help me approach skincare in a different way. So I asked Meta AI to act as a social strategist and help me identify some adjacent industries and categories to skincare beyond the well-known self-care, wellness, and beauty. So the goal is to partner with different creators to help expand to new audiences that would have an interest in my product. Following the example, we're jumping from the general beauty creator space I would typically choose for this brand to new categories that can diversify the point of view of a skincare product, such as technology and innovation or productivity and leadership. This is eye-opening and insightful. I love how this exercise helps uncover opportunities for expanding our selling proposition, diversifying messaging, and growing your reach at the same time. If you want to explore different creator categories through this process, here's a QR code for the downloadable Meta AI Prompt Whispering Guide. Remember that the more you bring information and insights to this interaction, the more Meta AI will give you back. So consider this a jumping off point. Meta AI will be your enablement tool, but the power of shaping your creator strategy is all yours. Now I'll pass it to Simone, my brilliant production teammate, to learn about tools and resources for activating creator campaigns. Thank you.
Thanks, Paulina. Hey, everyone. I'm Simone Arrington, a producer and creator strategy lead from Meta's Creative Shop team. My focus here at the company is to help you build your creator strategy while you're producing campaigns of all sizes. I'll step you through the process of what it takes to activate creator campaigns through discovery, production, and briefing. So let's get into discovery. So if you're looking for a new creator partner, Instagram's Creator Marketplace is a tool to help you find and connect with the perfect creators for your brand. It is currently available in 19 markets and is continuing to expand across the globe. Creator Marketplace is an Instagram exclusive feature that lives within the Meta Business Suite. From finding the best creators to promote your brand, or even garnering bespoke campaign insights, you can leverage the Instagram Creator Marketplace for personalized creator matchmaking. To get the most out of your creator partnerships, this tool is a great place to start by using our machine learning driven creator recommendations to connect with the best creators for your brand. And it's all based on personalized first party data. Our platform allows you to use custom filters to refine your search and find exactly what you need. In phase 1 of direct creator outreach, you can send project briefs with automated permissions directly through Instagram. Then in phase 2, elevate your communication with prioritized messages that stand out in a creator's inbox. Finally, gain valuable insights from the campaigns you launch with our customized media level campaign analytics to track your success. If you want to learn more about your eligibility with Creator Marketplace, please contact your account rep. Now on to production. Meta has a fantastic lineup of Meta business partners, or what we like to call MVPs, and vendors ready to support your entire campaign management process. These are skilled creative agency partners who specialize in creator-focused production, delivering standout content that also enhance your ad performance with high-quality assets and diverse talent. Our network of MVPs includes agencies with deep expertise in creator partnerships that can seamlessly integrate with your team, especially if you're facing resource constraints. These partners can help you quickly create assets at scale, ensuring your campaigns remain effective and dynamic. Meta business partners are handpicked by Meta for their technical skills, service quality, and proven ability to drive business growth. In this case, they offer end-to-end solutions for Reels on Instagram and Facebook, from lightweight templates to full-scale production with creators, essentially empowering you to deliver high-quality campaigns. These trusted partners handle everything from creator sourcing and contracts to payment, content creation, licensing, and rights management, reporting, and insights, streamlining your entire campaign process. While this list isn't exhaustive, each partner is equipped to help you craft a forward-looking strategy for your next campaign. Partner recommendations are for reference only, and we encourage you to perform your own due diligence when choosing who to work with. Offers, work products, and services provided by these partners are independently managed and owned by them, not Meta. For more options, connect with your account rep and you can explore the Meta Partner Directory together. Okay, so how it works. We're here to make your journey with our production partners smooth and straightforward. Together with you, our Creative Shop team will co-lead the project management of your campaign from start to finish. As your dedicated producer, I'll take care of vetting, briefing, and onboarding the perfect production partner to meet your needs, ensuring we develop a comprehensive end-to-end strategy. To kick things off, all we'll need from you is a creative campaign brief, more on that in a moment, and a rough budget estimate. Creator campaign costs can vary depending on factors like casting, number of assets, negotiated rights, and rates, so we'll work closely with you to find the best fit within your budget. Keep in mind that all production elements will go through several rounds of feedback and revisions to ensure your content is spot on. We're also committed to paying creators fairly for their talent, so our vendors will provide the most accurate rate estimates based on your specific campaign needs, which also will include licensing for partnership ads. Much like our friend Erin Jensen from Popular Pays mentioned, testing and learning is key when launching creator campaigns. So that being said, some advertisers might qualify for Meta-funded program incentives, so be sure to check with your rep to see if you're eligible. I also want to call out to, for clients who may have budget constraints, we can also refer you to creator agency partners who can help you set up product seeding initiatives. Smaller creators often play a pivotal role in product seeding programs in the creation of user-generated content, UGC, as another method to building brand awareness. If you have any questions about producing a campaign with creators, don't hesitate to drop a question in the chat or reach out to your rep. I'm here to help you every step of the way. Now let's get into briefing creators. In this section, I will share some best practices for communicating and collaborating with creators. It's important to set up shop and set up success as a means to empower creators to produce high-performing content that resonates with your target audience. So we can look at it in 6 steps. 1, solidify campaign objectives. Confirm what you're trying to achieve with the campaign and the types of creators you want to activate your messaging. 2, do your due diligence. When working with creators, it's not only important to confirm that they are aligned with the overall brand, but they're also brand safe. We will work with our MVPs to help you with the background research and the onboarding process for this. 3, get up close and personal. You've chosen your creators because of their unique style, their perspective, or their personality. So it's important to tell them why you chose them or what you love about their content through a customized brief or email. Because to be honest, everyone deserves their flowers, so why not give them a personal boost in their briefing stage? 4, inspire brand storytelling. Add to the custom brief by creating your own version of a mood board with visual inspiration that includes but is not limited to your brand's products and assets and thought starter hooks for Reels prompts. 5, be direct and open. Share your expectations of deliverables, budget, timeline, message priorities, and brand guidelines ahead of time. Be open to feedback and creative flexibility. Overly restrictive guidelines can actually stifle creative authenticity, and we don't want that. And last but not least, 6, set up shop and set up success. Schedule a call with your selected creators to discuss vision, requirements, and deliverables. This also allows for clarification, questions upfront, and real-time creative brainstorming. Be sure to set up creators for success with video production best practices like shooting in 9:16, keeping the sound on, operating in safe zones, and effective storytelling techniques in the language of Reels. This empowers creators to produce high-performing content that resonates with your target audience. Also, here's a pro tip. Working with creators that are outside your category can also help you expand to new audiences. Next, let's compare the briefing models. We recommend using an idea-centric brief rather than a product-first brief. Let's get into an example. In this brief that you see here, this idea is all about hair like mine, which taps into beauty motivators and empowerment and identity. While product-first briefs can be useful for spotlighting new releases, they often come across as more rigid and process-oriented, which can lead to an uninspired copy and paste content. That's not to say that they won't produce good results, but we believe in an idea-centric brief has the power to elevate your narrative. It opens the door for direct collaboration with creators by drawing on what they already do best and inviting them to recreate the magic for your brand. This approach not only boosts the creator's confidence, but also blends their unique style with their brand's voice, leading them to truly authentic and inspiring content that resonates with your audience. Now that you've got your creators, you've got some fresh inspiration, it's time to pull it all together with a solid brief. A well-crafted brief is key to ensuring that your creators nail your brand's messaging, tone, and creative essentials. That's why we've created a briefing guide and a template with proven tips to set you up for success. It even includes a safe zone video you can share with your creators to guide them during production, plus a simple mock-up guide they can use on their phones to frame the focus of their product or text perfectly. It's straightforward, but super effective, and it saves you time and helps you get your ads right from the start. We're super excited to become your partners of choice for your next creator campaign production. Now, I'll toss it over to Siley to talk about scaling your campaigns. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Simone. Hi, everyone. I'm Saidi Mahangade, Marketing Science Partner here at Meta. So far, we have discussed how you can redefine and reimagine the role of creators, heard from our expert panel, and talked about approaches for the co-creation process. And now we will focus on how you can maximize your performance to drive results across the funnel. We all know that the most effective way for you to leverage creators to drive meaningful business results is by running ads. While your organic creator posts will have limited reach to the creator's audience, boosting with paid media allows you to tap into Meta's massive reach, target your ideal audience, and optimize your media towards the specific business goal you want to achieve. And we have tools to help you step by step to ensure you get the most out of your creator partnerships. From choosing who to work with to running and integrating campaigns and measuring impact so you can iterate and continue to refine your strategy. We covered off discovery by finding creators via Creator Marketplace, working with Meta business partners, and even using Meta AI to find creators. So I'm going to dive straight into performance and measurement. Partnership ads are the best way to drive performance and scale your collaborations because they allow you to combine creator authenticity with the scale and reach of Meta technologies. Here are some key benefits of using partnership ads. They use Meta's Ads Manager platform, which allows you to set objectives and achieve brand or performance targets. They use signals from both the creator and the brand handles, which can lead to stronger ranking and performance. They ensure transparency in partnerships, which is important for building trust with your audience. Massive product investments have made partnership ads even simpler and more functional, so it's easier than ever to get started. We have seen that when brands work with creators to create Reels partnership ads, they achieve better results, like 18% lower cost per click and 25% higher click-through rates. We also see better video engagement with 22% higher play-through rate. When tested across e-commerce and beauty campaigns, partnership ads had 20% more conversions per dollar compared to the non-partnership ads. To further maximize your performance with creators, consider creators of all sizes. Bigger is not always better. Combination strategies with a mix of macro and micro creator content worked most efficiently for advertisers. We saw 12% lower cost per click, as well as lower audience saturation and reach overlap in comparison to micro creator-only strategies. As we have seen performance, now let's dive into how you can measure your creator strategy, how you can set meaningful learning agendas and measure real results, and use these results to iterate your future campaigns and keep improving. First, let's get an understanding of where you are in your creator journey. Are you an early explorer? Someone who's trying to understand the value that creator strategies brings to your marketing mix? Or are you iterating into what makes the most sense for you? A growth optimizer, exploring different scenarios. Or maybe you're one of the most advanced testers, a sophisticated adopter, and you're focused on expanding creator marketing throughout the lens of AI and advanced elements. Let's look at some of the testing scenarios across these stages. Early explorers can start with assessing the value of adding creator ads to your current marketing strategy, or explore the value of Instagram Marketplace to fine-tune your creator strategy. Growth optimizers can explore the value of creator strategies across the full funnel, across all placements and objectives, or even exploring combination strategies with a mix of macro and micro creator content. Sophisticated adopters can focus on quantifying the value of bringing AI-tuned creatives, trying out newer formats aligned with the business objective, or testing into advanced creative elements with branded hook, text and logo overlays, and creator testimonials. No matter where you are in this journey, we encourage you to connect with your team at Meta to build best-in-class creative strategies. Once you have the strategy, you can then measure this impact and integrate learnings into future campaigns using various Meta measurement solutions. Lean into A/B testing to understand which campaign strategies work best and make tactical optimizations. Or dive into brand or conversion lift to understand incremental impact of your ads on brand or sales outcome. Now let's dive into some of the real-world case studies. Carlton Dry were looking to engage with the Gen Z audience and speak their language. They partner with creators to produce reels that promoted as partnership ads on Facebook and Instagram. The campaign outperformed the brand's usual product-focused promotion, with a 5.5-point lift in affinity and a 58% higher incremental reach. Dr. Squatch wanted to reach new audiences and boost awareness of its brand. Dr. Squatch sourced 6 comedians as creators to film short snippets of their stand-up routines and packaged the video assets as Meta partnership ads. Results were really strong. We saw 22-point lift in ad recall and 7.7-point lift in message association. BMW wanted to reach new audiences and boost awareness about the relaunch of its mid-size SUV vehicles. They struggled to differentiate their ad creative from the sea of sameness. Curious about how to build best ad creative for Reels, they partnered with Meta for guidance. They saw 36% increase in unique reach, 20% more efficient cost per action, and 37% lower creative similarity score. And this is how you can maximize your performance with Meta's creative marketing tools. From finding new creators to working with on your campaigns to baking partnership ads into your always-on campaigns, to finally measuring and iterating on future campaigns to drive ongoing improvements. We encourage you to connect with your Meta team today and build best-in-class creative strategies to maximize your performance. And with that, I hand it over to Carlos to bring us home.
All right. Thank you so much, Sally. What an exceptional session. Extending an enormous thank you to our Meta creator experts, Jasmine, Paulina, Simone, and Sally, as well as our wonderful panelists, Erin, Karen, Sadie, and Nezrin. I'm going to come back to those 3 points from earlier today, and I hope that you did hear them as you were listening. First point, creators are masters of the Meta platform, and you can tap into that mastery for your brand. Second, partnering with diverse creators helps new audiences find you, and it helps you reach new audiences, a theme that we heard many times today. And finally, point 3, using a creator's voice plus partnership ads alongside Reels is one of the most effective ways to run creator content and creator marketing on Meta. With these pro tips, you'll be set up for success with your creator marketing efforts. Now, before we let you go, I wanted to thank you for joining today, but I also wanted to strongly urge you to please complete our survey that'll pop up at the end of today's session. It's only going to take you a few minutes. We want to hear from you about what was helpful and what we could do better next time. This survey feedback will help us as we plan our next Reels Unlocked webinar, which you should keep an eye out for in the coming months. Thank you again for your time and wishing you all the best as you drive forward your creator marketing strategies. Thank you.